Hi everyone, Tyler here from Home Trusted, and in today's video we're taking a look at this Xbox controller. Now this Xbox controller is the electric Volt color Xbox controller. It is in that lime electric green and I really like it. It has a cool look to it. But in today's video we're going to talk about these Xbox controllers, some of the features that they offer, how you can get the software and firmware updated on these controllers, and also how to customize these controllers to better fit your gameplay. Alright, first off, let's talk about some of the features that this Xbox controller offers. Now, this is the controller right here, and as you can see, we have two different joysticks. We have one on the left, one on the right. We have an arrow pad right here, and then we also have our menu buttons right here. Now, one thing that's new on these newer Xbox controllers is the screen capture button. That's not always been on these Xbox controllers, so you can go ahead and tap it to take a screenshot or long press it to take a screen recording. Now, over on the right, we have our A, B, X, Y buttons in the standard Xbox controller layout. On the top, we have our two bumpers, LB and RB on the right. We also have our two triggers, LT and RT on the right. Now, with most standard Xbox controllers, we do have a connect button right there, which is in the black section right here, so it is a little bit dark, hard to see it there, but it is right there, and you can go ahead and just hold that down for 3 seconds, and that's how you will sync this Xbox controller with your Xbox. There's also a receiver button on your Xbox console, which you'll go ahead and hit at the same time, and they will connect. In the bottom, we have the different ports here, and on the left, that is that typical aux or the typical headphone jack that you would expect from these standard Xbox controllers. Now, one thing I did want to mention about these controllers that I really like is the actual grip on the triggers. Now, if you look super closely, you can see there is that kind of fine grip on these triggers, and it really makes holding and pulling these triggers a little bit easier. Your fingers don't tend to slip off very much, and it's something that they added recently, and I actually have been really impressed with how much it helps just maintaining control and being a little bit more precise with those triggers. Now on the back, we'll go ahead and open up the battery compartment here, and as you can see, there is the compartment for those batteries. Now they do take AA batteries, and it does kind of burn through these batteries, so sometimes you may want to consider rechargeable batteries. Now, one thing that I actually have switched to, I don't even use batteries in this remote anymore. I'll go ahead and put the cover right back on. I use what is new to these Xbox controllers, and that's this USB-C port on the top. If your gaming sessions last for more than an hour at a time and you tend to game often, I would highly recommend switching to USB-C, as it will save you a ton in batteries just by staying wired. Now, I have a very long cable that I go ahead and just plug directly into my Xbox, but it does power the controller and it allows me to keep full constant power without having to worry about batteries dying or getting low. Now, the controller does have one last button, and that is this Xbox button right here, and that is actually how you'll power on the console. And when that is lit up, you'll know that the controller is on and powered. Now, overall, the controller has a nice lightweight feel to it. It doesn't feel heavy, and unless you get some really heavy-duty rechargeable batteries in here, this controller should be very easy and lightweight to hold. Now, I do want to show you one last feature that I really like that they added, and that's here on the back. They also added that grip to the handles of this controller, allowing it to feel nice and lightweight, but also get a really nice good grip on this controller while you're gaming. Now let's go ahead and jump into some of the software side of this controller and how we can get it updated. So from the home screen, we'll go ahead and hit the Xbox button, and it will bring up the Xbox menu. Next, we'll navigate over to our profile. We'll scroll down until we go to settings. Next, we'll scroll down to devices and connections, and we'll select the option that says controllers and headsets. And then we'll go ahead and select the 3 dots at the bottom. Now from here, we have the option to update now. Yours may say update pending or update needed. We can go ahead and select that, and it will begin the update process. All it is reminding us here is to keep the controller near the Xbox so it can stay in connection to update. Now this update may take a few minutes, but when it's done, you'll see that the words say updated, and there's a green check mark over the controller. All right, now let's teach you how to create a custom profile for your controller so that you can go ahead and remap any buttons you would like on this controller. This allows you to really customize your controller and get the most out of it and make sure it fits perfect for your gaming style. First, let's go ahead and hit the Xbox button, and then we'll go over to Profile. We'll scroll down to Settings and select the Settings option. From here on the left, we'll go down to Devices and Connections and select that. Next, we'll go over to Controllers and Headsets and select that. Here is our controller right here. We'll go ahead and click on Configure. And from here, we can go ahead and set up a new profile. Over there on the left, you do have your default profile, which you can always revert to if you need. However, I'm going to go ahead and create a new profile, which means a new set of custom button mapping. I'll go ahead and click New Profile. I'll name this profile Test, and then we'll go ahead and start making some adjustments. Now, by default, you can see on the left, we have a lot of preset options. We can swap the sticks, so the left stick controls the right stick and the right stick controls the left stick. We can also invert the stick, so when you push up, it really inputs down. We can also swap the triggers. So if you want your left trigger to be your fire trigger instead of your right trigger, you can go ahead and just check that right here. Now what we're gonna do is go ahead and switch some of these buttons around. First, we'll go ahead and switch the A button. We wanna map it to the left bumper. Now, why would you wanna do that? When you think about gaming, why would you actually wanna switch any of these buttons around? Well, maybe it would make more sense instead of having to pull your thumb off of this stick and go to your A button to jump. You could actually just leave it on the stick so you can keep aiming, and you can hit the left bumper to jump right here. That would allow your fingers to stay in place and not have to make too many adjustments while you're playing your game. This is essentially how you can go ahead and map those buttons, just as we did right there. Now, when we're done, we'll go ahead and press the B button to go back. And as you can see, we now have this profile on the left called Test, which we can go ahead and select and have that remapped button. Overall, I'm very impressed by these Xbox controllers. I think they have a nice lightweight and easy to grip feel to them. And also, I'm very impressed with all the features that they offer, including the ability to customize the button mapping of the controller. And for that reason, I highly recommend these Xbox controllers.